Perhaps you want a cool climate and fresh air while devouring an endless supply of maple syrup. Or you just want to live in a country where there are endless beautiful landscapes and cityscapes to see. Whatever reason you have, Canada is truly the place to be. It's a country that has a low crime rate, a strong employment market, superb healthcare benefits, and quality education. So you've already decided to live in Canada. Then the next thing to do is choose the exact location where you'll be staying. Got a hard time choosing a Canadian province? Don't fret, we've got you covered. Honorable mention. Before we start talking about all the 10 provinces, here's one honorable mention. It's the Canadian territories: Yukon, Northwest Territories, and Nunavut. Like any other place that you can find in Canada, the Canadian territories have their fair share of beautiful natural resources, and it's peaceful to surround yourself with a serene environment. The Canadian territories are home to 0.32% of the total Canadian population. Although Canada keeps on encouraging people to migrate to the country due to its small population, you have to brave cold weather all the time, and job opportunities here are quite low sometimes. But the good news is, people here are friendly, and also you'll get superb healthcare benefits and a strong education system for the kids. Now, here begins the official top 10. 10. Manitoba. Ranking 10, Manitoba is known to be the polar bear capital of the world, which means this province has a cool climate. Just like any other Canadian province, Manitoba also boasts enticing attractions, landscapes, museums, and unique festivals. But here are things you need to reconsider before you go to Manitoba. If you can't stand poor public transportation systems, mosquitoes, there's even a mosquito statue at Comarno, hummingbirds, the possible risk of spring floods, and extreme weather, think again. However, if you're in favor of some cheap housing and a cost of living, you'll find it here in Manitoba. Number 9. Newfoundland and Labrador. What's good about Newfoundland and Labrador is you'll enjoy the friendly atmosphere because of its people. From stunning ocean views to breathtaking fjords and marine preserves populated by whales and puffins, it's totally worth the visit. And also, if you're a foodie, you'll enjoy this province's food and the culture behind it. However, there's a high unemployment rate and a population decline taking place in this area. The cost of transportation is quite pricey here too, but there are also pros such as low crime rates and low cost of living. Number 8. Prince Edward Island. If you're a fan of the English classic novel Anne of Green Gables, you'll probably love to visit Prince Edward Island because this is where the Green Gables Heritage Center is located. It is also home to lots of stunning scenery, potato farms, quiet country roads, beautiful lighthouses, and the Atlantic waters. But there are some problems that you need to consider before moving here. This may not be a big deal to some, but it's overcrowded during summer and there are limited options when choosing schools for higher education. This province also has limited public transportation and international flights, so it's really a hassle. However, living here has pros like little traffic and beautiful scenery. 7. New Brunswick. Did you know that Franklin Delano Roosevelt loved to visit this Canadian province? He used to spend his summer vacation in his 34-room summer cottage on New Brunswick's Campobello Island. New Brunswick is a Canadian maritime province that is famous for its oldest mountains, stunning rivers, famous dunes, and stunning bays. It's truly a perfect destination for tourists who also want to go whale watching and bird watching. However, there are cons. Public services here are of low quality, but still this Canadian province is known for its affordable housing and low taxes. So if you're into the affordable cost of living, it's here in New Brunswick. 6. Saskatchewan. Looking for some dreamy prairie landscapes to go to? It's here in Saskatchewan. Other than beautiful landscapes, people will love it here because Saskatchewan is also home to a vibrant art and cultural scene and the most famous healthcare system called Medicare. Because Saskatchewan is the birthplace of Medicare, people here will enjoy a lot of free medical services. But before moving to Saskatchewan, you need to be aware of some unwanted facts. Get ready to arm yourself with cool weather clothes because Saskatchewan's cold temperature can reach as low as -30 degrees. If you're into entertainment, then Saskatchewan is not the place to be. Don't expect too much from this place when it comes to entertainment. And most of all, commuting is hard in this place. However, we can still look at the positive side like Saskatchewan's quality education, low cost of living, nice economic rate, and gorgeous scenery. 5. Nova Scotia. Living in Nova Scotia is like experiencing the best of both worlds. It's like hitting the jackpot in a lottery. Other than its natural beauty, the economic zone in Nova Scotia is very commendable. And also, you'll love it here because there's no traffic. Housing is cheap and you'll never run out of outdoor activities that you can think of. From sailing to paddle boarding, you name it, you can do all the water activities in Nova Scotia. But one thing you need to remind yourself is you need to have your own car, because transportation, like commuting, can be tough in this area. 4. British Columbia. Surrounded by clear waters and beautiful landscapes like majestic mountains and flowery prairies, British Columbia is the place to be. And if you're an adventure junkie, you're going to love BC for its low cost or even free outdoor adventure. BC's recreational site network offers free basic campsites, and if you're into hiking, provincial parks are offering well-maintained hiking trails. Some backcountry camping costs $5 to $10 per night, and that's a bang for anyone's buck for those who are trying their best to be frugal all the time. However, you'll be experiencing a lot of rain in British Columbia, but that's okay because because that's one of the reasons why nature here is beautifully thriving. Other than that, it's mostly warm there, and be reminded that healthcare here is quite expensive. But again, it's okay because BC will guarantee you a good quality of life. British Columbia is also known for quality education, and it's the world's most popular destination for international students because of its peaceful environment. Don't believe me? Here's one example. One of the nicest educational institutions in British Columbia is the Fountain View Academy, located in Lillooet, BC. The school continually strives to achieve its mission through a balanced program of academic education and vocational training, making students equipped for life. All students here are also involved in their youth orchestra and choir, making them musically inclined. Students also meet their weekly career and technical training requirements by being assigned to various departments: campus development and upkeep, digital media, janitorial, cafeteria, or the office. Moreover, this grade 10 through 12 school has its own huge organic carrot farm, which became the largest carrot producer in the entire BC in 2008. The carrot farm also provides the students with practical work experience. Number 3. Ontario. Ontario is Canada's main economic hub, generating 37% of Canada's national GDP. Like Nova Scotia, there are plenty of job opportunities here in Ontario, Canada, because it is home to nearly 50% of all Canadian employees that are in high-tech, financial services, and other knowledge-intensive industries. You'll love living here because the majority of its towns are clean, safe, and have plenty of good facilities. And also, we can never forget the fact that it's the home to the famous Niagara Falls and other 4 Great Lakes. However, Ontario can get really cold, up to negative 40 degrees Celsius, so if you're not ready to brave the cold weather, you really have to think twice. But Ontario weather can be up to 30 degrees Celsius during summertime. 2. Alberta. Yeehaw! Time to wear your favorite cowboy costume. Are you channeling Woody's style from Toy Story or the fashion sense of John Wayne? Let me guess. You're also a fan of an annual rodeo festival called Calgary Stampede, aren't you? Well, if your target destination is Alberta, you've got a great taste because this province in Canada boasts a lot of beautiful landscapes. And if you're into the rural cowboy lifestyle, this is the place to be. Not only that, you'll be enjoying excellent Alberta healthcare, low taxes, dry winter, and the lifestyle. Did I mention Fairmont Banff Springs? Oh, what's not to love about Alberta? 1. Quebec. If you guessed it right, well, you have good taste. Perhaps you've already seen Quebec in a 2016 hit Korean drama series called The Goblin, and you spotted some of the most beautiful shooting locations such as the Chateau Frontenac Hotel, Parc du Bastien de Lorraine, La Boutique de Noël, Prescott Gate Bridge, Pierre Dugas de Mons Terrace, Fontaine de Terny, and La Petite-Champlain district. It's possible that fact alone makes you inspired to come to Quebec. If you're a real foodie, Quebec won't run out of the best steakhouses, and it's in this place where you can try the best ever poutine. Moreover, Quebec is also rich in cultural activities. If your beginner francophone skill or no French-speaking skills at all makes you delay your Quebec travel, well, worry no more. One common misconception about Quebec is that just because some of you guys don't know how to speak French, you'll think that the locals will be rude to you. Well, lucky you, because that tea is truly just a misconception, complete fiction. But it will be nice if you'll learn French before going there so that you can connect with more people. Final takeaways. So there you have it. We've presented to you the top 10 provinces of Canada, and we believe this video has inspired you to move to Canada. Which of these provinces do you think is the most interesting place? Let us know in the comments.